lack the funds, you lack the business experience, and you lack the structure. And that's also why I sell my agency program for $1,500. So it filters out the people who still haven't taken the first step in the staircase, which in this case is making your first $1,000. Because it's simple, if they can't find a way to put together $1,000 for that level of mentorship and guidance, well then they're probably not gonna even succeed in the first place with the things I teach them in Agency Navigator. Because they're simply at a different career stage. They just need to focus on making the first $1,000, that's it, not building a $100,000 a year business. Listen, the example I like to give is that of a bodybuilder. You cannot try to copy the diet of someone who's trying to compete on Mr. Olympia and expect to get in the same shape that that person is at. Because at that point of their journey, they are cutting calories to get to the lowest body fat percentage possible. But before ever getting into a cutting phase, they spend years bulking up and building the muscle mass that's required to get into competition shape. So if you're starting going into the gym now and just go straight away to cutting calories without having any muscle mass as a foundation, well then you're just gonna look like you suffer from malnutrition. And that's why you gotta start at step one, which is building the muscle mass as a foundation. And that's the exact same thing with making money. You have to build the foundation, and that is making your first $1,000. And the thing is, in order for you to make your first $1,000, you don't need to start a business. You don't need to invest thousands of dollars. You don't need to spend hundreds of hours of creating content. And you definitely don't need to get into any overcomplicated and very expensive business model like starting a software company or a full-blown e-learning platform like you see a lot of 8- and 9-figure net worth individuals just like me doing on the internet, because you're not at that level yet. So there's no need to add complexity that comes with running a business at a multiple 8- and 9-figure operation. So let's just keep it simple and focus on making your first $1,000. Just $1,000, that's it. After you've made that, then you can think about doing something a little bit more complex, but that's for later. So here are the 3 best ways to make your first $1,000 online. Now, the first easiest free method to make your first $1,000 online is with copywriting. That is just writing texts online. That could be emails, blog posts, website pages, etc. Now, if you go online, you're gonna find dozens of videos telling you to find a niche, create a complex outreach structure, learn how to write long form copy, and this is all great advice if you wanna make $100,000 a year as a copywriter. Now, remember our goal here, to make your first $1,000 online. And for that, none of this complexity is necessary. All you need to do in order to make $1,000 online with copywriting is to find one easy to fulfill gig that pays anywhere from $100 to $250 and repeat that 4 to 10 times, which is extremely simple. Now, where are you gonna find those gigs? Again, if you search on YouTube, you're gonna find a bunch of copywriting gig websites such as Listverse, where you can get paid to create list articles. By the way, that is, you know those like list articles like the 10 most influential historical figures that you've never heard about, or the 10 most famous fictional weapons from movies. You know those like weird list articles, like just, you're like, who writes these things? Well, there's a massive market for it. And you basically get to submit a few 1,500 word articles a day. And if one of them gets accepted, you get paid $100. And it actually works. If you try hard enough, you can definitely make $1,000 with this. It's just not my favorite way to get gigs, because the approval for those type of websites can take up to multiple weeks, which slows down the process a lot. And when it comes to making money online, speed of implementation is key. One, because on the internet, things move so fast, and the faster you get things done, the more likely you are to make your first $1,000. And two, because by having to wait for